All right, I'm back. I don't know what happened. Phone froze up on me. I don't know at what point it did. I didn't even notice it until I probably was frozen for a few seconds. But anyway, I don't know where I got cut off, but I was basically just saying how, no attitudes, no egos, a lot of appreciation. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the many storylines. The Brooker's annual banquet on Saturday up here in Bellevue, Washington, and that was a lot of fun. It was a Star Wars theme, and I know some of you might have seen the video that I made, and I premiered my Star Wars themed video at that banquet. So it was pretty cool to be able to see that with them wearing a stormtrooper outfit. So that was pretty cool. All around the country. Mama Rawls was spinning the hits, doing the DJing action that night. Yes, she's still a big Seahawks involved mom, even though her son Thomas Rawls is now a Jacksonville Jaguar. She's still a member of the 12. Aggie from Germany with Stride Line Socks, he was out there from out of town. Craig Duhawk was doing his thing, coming from across the country. Big Low was there. Watts, Captain Seahawk, and his wife Cammie. Gosh, just so many people that were there. And I had a great time wearing my Stormtrooper costume, which is a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. I need to do some more custom trimming because some of that armor does not fit at all. I could not sit down. The armor was like digging in the back of my knee. It was like, not comfortable. And man, I tell you, it's no wonder the stormtroopers can't shoot anything, because when you put that helmet on, you cannot see a thing. I can't see a thing in this helmet. It's for real. It's like you can't look down because the eye sockets pretty much stop here. So to look down, you have to like tilt your head all the way down. You have no peripheral vision. You can't barely look up, and we're looking through these tiny little dark slots. And most impractical armor ever invented, but it looks really cool, right? So it was fun to bust out that outfit because I don't wear it very often. Got to do a few more rivals videos with that guy though. Pretty fun. But yeah, other storylines going on in the off season. Chris Carson apparently looking pretty good in off season form. Pete Carroll just being quoted as saying Chris Carson looks like he's in the best shape. Maybe the best shape of all the players coming into camp, so that's a good sign because he had a hell of a year last year, and we need him to be a workhorse. Him and Rashad Penny in the backfield, the dynamic duo back there need to do their thing. So I'm hoping Chris Carson can continue what he started last year. Just keep it rolling, stay healthy, obviously. What else? Will Dissly, going to be coming back, doing his thing at tight end, blocking, catching passes. Who are you guys most excited about? What rookie are you guys most excited to see? I think DK Metcalf is probably the obvious one, but there's LJ Collier, who's kind of the replacement for Frank Clark. I think he's got big shoes to fill, and important shoes to fill at that pass rushing position. We also got Marquise Blair coming in the secondary to try to light things up. So these are a couple of areas that we're feeling a little thin at, as we've lost a lot of players, as you know, over the last few years. The torch is being passed. Some of these guys are going to have to rise up to be the next generation of great Seahawks defensive players. Oh, so going back to the banquet. The other cool thing that was really fun about that night, I will post some videos that I took from that event. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. Got to see our Pro Bowl punter, Michael Dixon, made an appearance. Had a quick little on-stage interview and live in-person chat with the 12s in the room. Talked about his year that he had, his role with the Seahawks, and particularly that play against the Detroit Lions. Remember that one where we were up by, I think, 2 touchdowns with the clock starting to run out, and Michael Dixon's job was to run around in the back, kill a bunch of time, and then step out of bounds, take the safety so that we could, basically minimize the chances of a Detroit Lions comeback and just burn off some clock. Well, as you probably remember, he rolls to his right, looking like he's going to step out of bounds eventually, but no, he takes off running up the field and amazingly makes the first down. Takes a big hit, but luckily gets up right away. But not a good choice. Great outcome, not a good choice. And I think he just said he remembered how Pete Carroll at one point during the season said, hey, if at some point you feel like there's an opening, you should just go and take it. I think that was probably not the time to do it. In fact, that's probably the worst time to do it, from a football strategy odds standpoint. That's the dumbest thing to do. But hey, it worked out, so, not going to complain about it, but hopefully he won't do that if that happens again. But we love this dude kicking 60-yard bombs, pinning our opponent in the far end of the field. And of course, our new kicker, Jason Myers, who of course we know was there last year, could have kept him around, but no, he let him go and kept Janikowski instead. He could have been having a Pro Bowl year with us, but he had a Pro Bowl year. Who was he with? The Jets? I think it was the Jets. Had a Pro Bowl year last year, and now he's with us at a slightly higher price, but nonetheless a Pro Bowl kicker. So we got 2 Pro Bowl kickers in our special teams unit. How awesome is that? I mean, if anything, that should be one of the greatest strengths now. Probably one of the best tandem duos. Maybe one that will last for a long time here together, kind of like the John Ryan, Stephen Hauschka combo, which was pretty solid for a long time. So maybe this could be that, and maybe even better. So that'll be something fun to watch as well. What else? Oh, then the highlight of the night at the banquet was Kenny Easley, Hall of Famer, former Seahawks safety Kenny Easley, number 45. The original enforcer was in the building to do a keynote speech, and he started out, had a written speech that he was going to give, and then he decided, to heck with it, I'm just going to wing it and just speak from the heart. And it was good. He told a very inspirational, lots of different messages. He recalled the time when he was drafted. The draft, obviously, back in 1981, was nothing like it is today. But he thought he was going to had a lot of hints and signs that he was going to get drafted by the 49ers, which he was very excited about. And then instead, they did something different. Seattle picked him up, and he was like, he didn't want to come here, apparently. He did not have any desire to come to Seattle. But apparently on the way up, on his flight to Seattle, and starting already on the plane and being sort of greeted by the pilot and the passengers on the plane, and then as he arrived at the airport, a whole congregation of Seahawks fans greeted him at the airport and followed him to, or at the time, the Seahawks headquarters were in Kirkland, Washington. And basically it was a huge welcome for him. And in just that night, he already told his agent, because he had told his agent he wanted to be traded, and didn't want to be with the Seahawks. His attorney or agent was working on that. And by the end of the night, after all was said and done, he told him, you know what, never mind, forget that. I think I want to stay in Seattle. So that became his home. He never played for another team, and eventually ended up in the Hall of Fame, which is, I got to see him get inducted 2 years ago in person as one of Mama Blue's escorts. Escorts, probably not the best word to use. One of her chaperones. There you go. At the Hall of Fame, and as you probably know if you've ever seen the Hall of Fame speech that he gave, he actually did shout out to Mama Blue and told her, wanted to see the wave done one more time at the Indianapolis Colts game that year. Unfortunately, the wave never quite worked out. We tried to get it going, it just didn't happen at that game, unfortunately. But to make up for it, we did our own little mini wave inside the banquet hall on Saturday night and got to do our little thing where Mama Blue got to lead the wave one more time in honor of Kenny Easley. So that was pretty cool. So that was kind of my weekend. Still lots of volleyball going on. End of the school year coming up, last 2 weeks or so. Got a ton of stuff going on with still practicing. For the girls still have practice all these videos I'm doing for end of the year promotions and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, actually, there's an 8th grade end of the year dance this coming Friday for my older daughter Sophie at her middle school, and she has no idea, but we're going to be helping out on that, which she dreads. She's at that age now where mom and dad are just not cool to be around. Even me, I mean, doesn't want me around. I mean, how is that possible? I'm like the coolest guy around. She even gets embarrassed having dear old dad around. She doesn't know this yet, but inside the cafeteria area, I'm going to be running the trivia. For those people who don't want to be out there dancing and want to come in and take a break, I'm going to be running the trivia contest, giving out prizes and stuff. She has no idea I'm going to be doing that, so she's going to probably walk in there and see me dressed up all goofball, and she's going to be so embarrassed she'll probably just want to go home and leave the dance. But that's just how it's going to go. Oh, we got an ambulance here on the street. What the heck is this? Oh, somebody, a little situation down here. Huh. Well, that's not good. All right, well, gotta go. I'm back home. Time to turn it in. Thanks for watching.